what the root chakra is. It is right between our it's right on the bottom of our body, and it extends all the way down the feet into the ground. When you imagine like a tree, the first thing you need to do for a tree to be healthy, to grow, is to grow some roots, right? The first thing you need to do when you build a house is to build the foundation, right? And the foundation is so important to everything else. So this is abundance. Go ahead and inhale it deeply. So the root chakra corresponds to the earth. And can you imagine the earth is nourishing the tree, giving it its nutrients, and the tree doesn't need anything else but to be in the earth, and it grows and it flies. So here I want you to imagine, as you inhale this, imagine that you are safe. There's no need to worry about your future. And if you're still not convinced, ask yourself, have you ever starved to death? Has there ever been a time when you literally could not eat, could not afford to eat? Do you have family and friends around you that will definitely help you out? If we can reframe our mind to operate from a sense of safety and security, then abundance will flow. If we can give because we know we'll always have enough, then we will always have enough. So here, the affirmation says silently to yourself, the earth provides for me. So the rest of it, I want you to just reach in your back and just put it down somewhere. And we're going to stand up and do some poses. Welcome. Do you need a mat? You have? Okay. We have more mats. So coming to the front of your mat, and we want to stagger. So one in front, one in the back, one in front, one in the back. Because we're going to open up our arms in the behind a little bit, not too far. Okay. So as your feet are rooted into the ground, we're going to make sure they're in the right position. That means we want all our toes pointing straight forward, and if we can, we want the sides of our feet about parallel to the sides of the mat. So for me, that means it looks very pigeon-toed. For some people with aligned feet, it looks very natural. Try to spread your toes, and you're going to hug the midline with your legs, lift your kneecap, and you're going to lift your belly out from your pelvis. But when you do that, you're going to notice your ribs want to stick out. So you're just going to relax your ribs. And maybe our shoulders are going to our ears. So relax your shoulders. Just have your hands on your side. We're going to do some aroma breaths. So we didn't give them oil yet. So let's give them some oil. Your left palm. This is abundance. And we're going to circle it around 3 times clockwise. Hmm? Oh, I got it. Sorry? Oh, sorry, no worries. And tell yourself, the earth provides for me. So inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, you're going to bring your hands to your nostrils. Inhale the essential oil in. Exhale, hand to the side. We're going to do that 2 more times. The earth provides for me. Inhale, your hands up to the sky. Exhale, palms to the nostril. Inhale it deeply. Exhale, hands to the side. 1 more time. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to the face. Inhale it deeply. The earth provides for me. Exhale, hands to the side. So, with your roots growing deep in the ground, I want you to take your right foot and just make it like a kickstand. So imagine your roots going really deep, and we're going to do the tree pose, okay? So from here, you can stay there if you don't have if you want to. If you want to lift your feet up just to your shins, and we're just going to play with it. Or if you want to lift it above your knee. So we never want it on our knee because that destabilizes us. And just know that, you know, even a stable tree is very flexible on the top. So there's no rigidity here. Just allow yourself to move as you will and come into a tree pose with your hands up in the sky. One way to find some balance is to find a point to look at. And breathe. The earth provides for me. So imagine you're a tree. Looking up, the sun gives you enough energy. Looking down, your roots are soaking up the nutrients. And the sky gives you all the water you need. Exhale, come down. And shake that out. And we'll go the other side. So a lot of the way we live as humans has always been through symbols and metaphors and the stories around nature. So that's why I bring up like a tree and, you know, having the sun and the soil. Because when we can connect to that story, then we can remember it. And we can bring those lessons to our own lives. So, okay, so now is your right foot really stable, just like a kickstand first. And when you're ready, bring it up, either to the shin or above the knee. And when you do this, see if your right hip can be nice and stable without poking out. We don't want it to poke out, we want it to just really be nice and straight. And hands to the sky. So when you do this, I want you to imagine that you are a really small child all curled up in the trunk or root of a tree, and you feel protected by the tree. The feeling of being protected can be recreated in our minds, and we can really start to believe it and not worry so much about our future and start to really live in the present. And exhale, come down. So just shake your leg out. And we're going to start doing some flow. So just be mindful of your neighbor. If you can't go all the way up, then just on the front, up. Okay? So nice feet again. It's got to be parallel. It's got to be on the same plane. So that means the backs of the heels should be on the same, and the toes should be pointing straight forward. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, you're going to bend your knees full forward. Get your belly to your thigh, and if that means bending your knees some more, go right ahead and do it. And you're going to surrender to the earth. That means your head needs to go all the way down. I mean, let go. Let the weight of your head go towards the earth. You can shake your head no, shake your head yes, and bend your knees. Bend, 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 bend. Yeah, and see if you can touch the ground. And if you're still holding on to the weight of your head, then ask yourself, why? Why are you gripping? Let go. Surrender to the earth. The earth supports you. Let go. Yeah. Can you let go? Surrender completely. Do you feel like you want to be in control? Let go. Imagine like a bowling ball. How heavy is that? Just let it, shake it yes, shake it no. All right. Then you're gonna have your hands to your shins, straighten your legs, and you're gonna have a nice flat back. So imagine your neck, there are no creases. So you're not looking up, you're not looking down, you're just having a nice straight neck. Inhale here. Then we're just gonna come down briefly once more. Exhale, forward fold. All the time imagining your roots going deep into the earth. And then as you inhale, come all the way up with your hands to the sky. And hands to the heart. The earth provides for me. No holding. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Inhale. Hands to shins. Look forward. Nice straight spine. And then exhale, you're going to send your right foot back. And then your left foot back. And then you're going to come into plank. And when you're in plank, I want you to look at your fingers. Your wrists are really parallel to the mat. And your fingers are nice and wide, putting lots of grip into the fingers. And then here you can put your knees down, or you can come all the way around chaturanga onto the mat, belly to the mat. Yeah? Forehead to the ground. And then your hands to the side of your ribs, as we're going to open up our chest. So inhale, you're just going to look up, and inhale, and look forward. And breathe. Cobra. So hands to the side, and look up, and then go back into downward facing dog. From here. There you go. So in downward facing dog, you're going to have your feet nice and hip distance apart. From where you are, you cannot see your heels. So if you can see your heels, then you need to adjust it. So put your feet in a little bit. Yep. And put your toes this way. Yep. And have your feet hip distance. And there you go. And breathe. So this is a very fundamental pose of yoga. It's not really a relaxing pose. It's very active. You are pushing away from the mat, and your wrists are lifting away from the mat. And your hips are being set to the sky, and your heels are going towards the ground. So you're going to try to get your heels to the ground. And breathe. And your next breath, you're going to send your hips even higher to the sky, and then you're going to walk forward to a forward fold. And then inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Just pause here for a second. Notice your blood starting to pump. Notice your breath getting faster, so slow it down. Come back to the present. Feeling the roots going into the earth. Again, tell yourself silently, the earth supports me. And inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. Exhale, you're just going to send your left foot back and go into low lunge. So you're going to have a front bent knee. And you're gonna see that your knee is right above your ankle and not beyond it. When you have it beyond, it's very destabilized. So when you're ready, just come on up. So here, you're imagining your root chakra going into the ground, sending it, shooting into the ground, a bright red light into the ground. And breathe. The earth supports me. And then exhale here. Send your foot back into plank. And here you can go into, on your knees if you want, come down into chaturanga, all the way down to the belly, and forehead to the ground. And then inhale into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog from your knees if that's more comfortable. And breathe. Just stay right there. I'm just gonna...
Oh yeah, I found that actually.
The earth supports me. So on your next inhale, you're gonna send your hips even higher to the sky. And exhale, walk your left foot forward and come into low lunge with your left foot in front. And when you're ready, you can come up. So see if you can try to relax your shoulders. Allow yourself to have this grace and ease. So we're not rigid. And breathe. Exhale, hands to the ground. And you can go with send your foot back into plank, or you can go straight into downward facing dog. And breathe. We'll meet in downward facing dog.